Welcome to today's yoga class. We are going to be focusing on flow, and in the state of flow, everything feels effortless. So you might have those periods of time during your day when you're just so focused on what's going on and so in the moment that everything just flows. In our practice, vinyasa is the yoga flow, the dance from one pose to the next, feeling that interconnectedness, the cycle of those movements. So, welcome to today's practice. If you want to join me and the music, you can go ahead and turn on your Spotify playlist now. We're going to start in a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, taking a moment to arrive on your mats today. Noticing the natural flow of the breath in the body. Devoting all of your attention and your awareness to that sensation. You can either hold it here, or if you like to come along with me with a little moving meditation, you can take an inhale and the arms float. They flow up. Turning palms down, exhale. Taking it to your own natural breath. And see if you can pay really close attention to the sensations in the hands. Moving through watery air, floating, flowing. Could even think of rain, precipitation, and then the evaporation from the oceans up into the sky. The cycle of the water. Wherever you are, we're going to do this one more time before we meet back to center. And then sitting up nice and tall, we're going to reach opposite hand to the knee, gentle spinal twist, looking over your shoulder. Keep your spine nice and vertical. Avoid leaning back. Take a deep breath in, flowing to the other side. Take a couple of deep breaths. Breath in, moving it to the other side. Coming back to your stillness, you could bring your hands palms up on your knees if you like, and you could close your eyes or come into a soft gaze. We're going to find our way over and into child's pose. If you'd like to use a blanket to pad your knees. Taking your knees nice and wide, we're going to sink our hips back to our heels. Your arms can come out. Soften into your mat. Get nice and big, melting. Take some deep breaths. We're going to walk our hands over to one side, little side bend, reaching with the arm, the hand, opening up your side body, feel into your ribs. Take a deep breath in. Let's walk it back through center and go to the other side. Bringing it back to center. We're going to come up and onto all fours, and we're going to bring our knees underneath, stacking them underneath the hips, and we're going to walk our hands out just a little bit. And we're going to flow our hips to the side, to the front, to the other side, and back. Just gently warming up the joints. Going in one direction. And then when you're ready, you could reverse it. Flowing with the breath. If you like, you could come into ocean breath with a gentle constriction in the back of your throat. One more time around. Let's come back to center. We're going to sit back onto our heels, and we're going to take our hands in front of the heart, interlacing fingers, and then press palms forward. See if you can straighten the elbows, press into the hands, and then maybe let that arm go up. Could stop here at the 45-degree angle, or maybe come all the way up over the head. Engage your core. Breathe, relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring it back to center. Nice and slow. Palms turn and come back onto all fours. We're going to pick up the right leg and we're going to begin to move it around, warming up the joints. And then when you're ready, let's take it out to the side. Heel down, toes up. You could come onto your fingertips and arch your back. Tuck your chin towards your chest. We're going to switch to the other side. Leg comes in, hands come down. Shift to the left leg. Breathe as you move. Getting ready to take that leg over and out to the side, heel down, toes up. You could come into angry cat pose up on your fingertips, finger pads. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring it back to center. We're going to curl our toes under. We're going to plant our hands, whole hands. Spread your fingers. Lift your knees up and then press back. You can always keep your knees bent and then just begin to slowly work on straightening the legs. Heels come towards the earth. Back is straight. Tailbone is up into the sky. We're going to walk our hands back towards our feet, coming into forward fold. See if you can get the crown of your head to face down towards the earth. Cascading forward, waterfalls. Sense the blood. We're going to remove any padding or blankets that we have underneath us, putting them off to the side. Tucking your tail, rolling up nice and slow. step to the front of our mat. Take a deep breath in. Let your arms float up. Exhale back down. Forward fold. Monkey pose, hands to shin. Reach the crown of your head out. Straighten your arms. Take a deep breath in. Exhale down. We're going to step the right foot back and drop the knee. You could keep those toes curled, or you could uncurl them and come up into our low lunge. Arms straight next to your ears, gentle. Breathe. Find your gaze point up in the sky. Take a deep inhalation. Exhale back down. Front foot comes back. Back into your child's pose, extended. Breathe. Now we're going to come forward and into Sphinx pose. So you could either bring your heart close to the ground and come down, or come onto all fours and lower yourself down. Elbows come underneath your shoulders. Your forearms are parallel. Lifting the heart. Pay particular attention to pressing the feet into the ground. Maybe just gently pressing the pelvis down, and just notice how your low back feels about this situation. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring our hands back underneath. We're going to come through all fours and then back into your downward facing dog. We're going to shift our body weight, and the right leg is going to go up into the sky. You could bend at the knee, flex your foot, open up, look underneath your right armpit with your head. And then take a deep breath in, foot comes between the hands. Stepping the other foot, forward fold, tucking the tail, rolling up. It's going to flow right into the other side. Inhale up. Exhale. Monkey pose. Hands to shin. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. We're going to take the left foot back, dropping the knee. Exhale. Bring it down. Arms up. Exhale back down. Front foot comes back. Child's pose. Doing that maneuver again where we could come through all fours, lowering yourself down onto your belly, hands underneath your shoulder, lifting the heart. Breathe. Take a deep breath in, hands come back underneath. Curl your toes, coming all the way back to downward facing dog. Lifting left leg up into the sky, bend at the knee, flex your foot, look underneath your left armpit. Take a deep inhalation. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Other foot between your hands, forward fold, and then slowly come back up. Beautiful. Landing here in mountain pose. You could close your eyes for a moment. See if you can avoid fixing anything, your hair, your clothes. Taking a deep breath in, my hands flow upward. Exhale back down. Forward folds. We're going to come right into plank position from here. So we're going to take one foot back, the other foot back, and then finding your plank. So you could always bring your knees down. See that my knees are way back behind my hips though. So I'm using my upper body strength. I'm pressing the mat away. You can lift up your knees if you like and breathe here. Shaking might happen. Breathe into it. Breathe, flow. Okay, everybody drop it to your knees. We're going to lower ourselves all the way to our belly. Now we're going to do our pose of the day, which is cobra pose. Cobra pose can be done in a wide variety of ways. The first way we're going to try it is just floating the hands. So notice my hands are underneath my shoulders. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift my head up and I'm just going to let my fingers hover. So this is Cobra. Bhujangasana is the Sanskrit word for cobra pose. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring it back down. And if this does not serve your body, come back into Sphinx. We're going to do baby cobra, where we're just going to lift a little bit, keeping the elbows bent. So just lift up, keep your elbows tight into your body. Breathe. Take a deep breath in and exhale back down. We're going to curl our toes under. We're going to press into all fours and come back up and into downward facing dog. We're going to take the right foot up into the sky. And we're going to do a move here where we're going to work on the strength in our calf muscles. So we're going to pulse. So the heel lifts and then it comes back down. Heel lift, come back down. Breathe. Now we're going to bring that knee that is up into the air. We're going to come forward and into a plank position, but we're going to float our knee. So tuck, tuck, tuck. So tucking your leg in, breathe here. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring that leg back. We're going to try the other side. So left leg comes up, lifting the heel up, pulsing, breathe. Two more times. Then bring it forward, knee into chest. Press the mat away. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring both feet back. Coming into your plank position, we're going to lower the knees down, coming onto the belly. We're going to do the pose of the day again, Bhujangasana. So hands could come underneath your shoulders, lifting up. And you could decide whether or not you wanted to straighten your arms. That's pretty intense on my back. I like to keep them a little bent, and that builds strength in your upper body too. Take a deep breath in, bring it back down. Let's press back and into our child's pose. This time bringing maybe your elbows next to your forehead, next to your temples, and then bring the hands up over the head. You could walk your arms forward and maybe get a stretch in the back arm muscles, your triceps muscles. Okay, let's take a deep breath in. Let's bring our hands down. We're going to come onto all fours. We're going to curl our toes. We're going to step the right foot between the hands. We're going to come up into Warrior Two. So that back foot pivots and we lift up. We want to adjust our stance. We want to engage the belly. Make sure the shoulders are right over your hips. Arms can come out. Palm up, front hand, reaching up and back. Exalted Warrior. Take a deep breath in. We're going to come back to Warrior Two. We're going to plant the forearm on the front leg, and we're going to reach our arm up and over. It could be straight up into the sky, or it could be right over your ear. So those are the three poses we're going to flow between. So coming back up, Warrior Two. Exalted Warrior. Bring it back down. So you could turn this into effortless transition. with your breath moving. No beginning, no end. It's the cycle. One more. Wherever you are, we're going to meet back in warrior one, or warrior two. Straight arms, relaxed. We're going to pick up that back heel. We're going to turn. We're going to bring our hands down and we're going to step our front foot back. Downward facing dog. It's a very common transition in yoga classes. Let's shift to the left leg coming forward. Back foot pivots and come up into warrior two on the other side. Relax your arms. Relax your shoulders. Palm up, front hand, reaching up and back. Inhale and then exhale. And down. Flowing between one pose and the other. Breathe. Stay really interested in the sensations you feel in your body. As you move from one pose to the other. I'm going to do one more, wherever you are, and then meet back into center. Okay, we're going to pick up that back heel, bring your hands down to the front, and we're going to step that foot back. Downward facing dog. Tailbone up to the sky. We're going to bring our knees down. And we're going to turn and come over and into a seated position and then lower ourselves down to our back bodies. You could take your feet up into the sky, happy baby. Grabbing onto your shins, your ankles, or the bottoms of your feet. You want your feet or your knees as wide as you can get them so that they can come down by the sides of your body. If you like, you can gently rock from one side to the other. Maybe even moving your head, giving your back of your head a nice massage. Thinking about water and how it takes the shape of the vessel. So just feeling into the way your body takes the shape of the poses. Soft body. Okay, let's release those legs down. We're going to take them feet down to the mats. Feel the edges of the mat. We're going to take our arms out, palms up, and then just take the knees one direction and then the other. Maybe you could bring them all the way down to the ground, or maybe not. Turning your head the same direction as your knees. The next time your knees come over to the left, let's take the left foot from underneath and bring it to the top of the thigh. And then just let your body weight help to shape your body into this pose. Closing your eyes, noticing where it is that you feel the sensations of stretch. Okay, we're going to lift that foot up off the leg and we're going to bring it to the other side. Bottom foot, right foot can come up. Apply a little weight to the top leg so you can open up your side body. Notice if you feel this in your low back or maybe even in the side of your hip. IT band. Okay, take a deep breath in. Let's lift that foot up and off. And then bring your feet to center. We're going to walk them in and we're going to do a flow bridge or bridge flow. So walking your feet in, keeping your feet nice and parallel, hip width apart. We're going to lift up the pelvis up and we're going to bring our hands down. Now, as we lower our back body down, we're going to press the low back into the ground and the arms are going to come up over the head. And you could even accentuate the arch like we do in cow-cats. And then again, lift, press, squeeze your back body. So it's an inhale with arms up. And then exhale, squeeze. Listen to your body, find that range of movement that is good for you and your back. See if you can relax the muscles that you don't need to clench, like your jaw and your eye muscles. Use your ocean breath. The exhale constricting the back of your throat. Squeezing. We're going to do 2 more. Last one, and we are going to hold it. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If you like, you can bring your hands up, bending at the elbow, palms facing each other, and then walk onto your shoulders a little bit more so that you can arch your spine in the upper back area. And you might feel a burning sensation, just a little bit, tingling, not numbness. But you want to feel like you're really working your muscles and using the breath to power them. Shaking might happen here. Can you relax your jaw, relax your eyes? Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, starting at the top of the spine, let's lower ourselves down and notice that moment where we get to release. It's going to feel so good. Bring your knees into your chest. We're going to grab the backs of our thighs and we're going to roll up and back. Now, we're either going to hold it in boat pose. If you have tenderness in your tailbone, I'm going to show you hollow instead, so you could choose which one you wanted to do. But boat pose, we balance on our pelvis. You could keep your knees bent, your arms next to your shins. You could extend it out. If this does not feel good, try coming down, lifting your feet, and keeping your low back on the ground. So this is hollow, down low. This is a little bit more intense than boat or boat. Breathe. Shaking sometimes happens here too. Take a deep breath in. Wherever you are, we're going to come up and into cobbler's pose. So the soles of the feet can come together, sitting up nice and straight. Breathe. Press the knees down. Extend the spine long. Okay, we're going to take let's use the right leg back. Let's take the right leg back. We're going to bring our hands towards the left, and we're going to circle it around. Inhale. Imagine an eddy in the river. The flow of the ocean tide around the rocks. And then bringing it back to center. The hand that's with the front leg, your left hand is going to come back, and we're going to lift up. So option is to come onto that front shin and press your pubic bone forward. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then we're going to come back down. We're going to flow here a couple times, down and then back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last one. Hold and open up your chest. Take a deep breath in. Let's bring it back down. We're going to switch sides so other leg can come in front. To the right, we can bring the hands around. See if we can get a good flow going here. One more time around. Hand comes down. We're going to lift up, maybe coming onto that front knee, opening up the front of the chest. And then bring it back down. We're going to come back up. And last one. Bring it back to center. Feet can come back to center. We're going to extend them out in front of us, and we're going to give them a little shake. You could move your feet, your legs side to side, your toes in and out. Okay, we're going to do inverted table. So we're going to bring our hands so that the fingertips face towards your bottom, and then we're going to squeeze the heart. Now you can stay right here. Option is to bring your hips up, and then keep your head in line with the rest of the spine. Now press, squeeze your bottom. Breathe. Relax your jaw. And then slowly bring it back down. Okay, finding your way onto all fours. We're going to come back into our downward facing dog. And I'm going to show you one of my favorite flows. If I'm just like on the mat doing what feels good to my body. Oftentimes it's just flowing between downward facing dog and maybe even a gentle cobra. So bringing it forward into plank position, and maybe I can drop my hips a little bit. Maybe my legs don't come all the way down. And then I just press back and up. So feeling that ripple, you could tuck your tail, coming almost through a cat and then a cow here, looking up. Now, if you're like, this is not feeling good to my body, then just drop your knees. So you're just going through downward, kind of child's pose, through cat cow, through kneeling plank, and then gentle back bend. So just feel that. One more time. Coming into your downward facing dog, we're going to bend our knees. We're going to walk our hands back towards our feet. Going to hang upside down for a moment. Maybe beginning to straighten the legs a little bit. Tucking the tail and rolling up nice and slow. Pressing against gravity. Emerging. Bringing it into your warrior two pose. Not warrior two, your mountain pose. Feel into the bottoms of your feet. Can you feel that energetic movement of that line between the earth and the sky, right through the center of your body? We're going to bring our hands to our hips and we're going to shift our body weight to one side and then just begin to hover the foot over the ground. Maybe draw the knee in. Maybe finding something to gaze at on the floor or in front of you will aid you in keeping your balance. Okay. Now, finding this line between your hip and your knee, we're going to zip up our low belly. We're going to energy up, little engagement of the bandha there, and then we're going to bring our foot here or above your knee. We're going to come into our tree pose, relaxing your shoulders down, remembering that you could always bring your foot lower to your shin or even have your foot touching on the ground. So let's bring it down and then we're going to flow it up. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale. Now this leg that is up, we're going to turn it and we're going to take it back, bring the foot down, and then we're going to take that back foot to the opposite side. So we're going to have a little side bend here as we bend into, looks this way, bend in the same direction as that back foot is traveling. So notice that this is like a sickle shape, half moon. Take a deep breath in, bring it back to center, and bring that foot back down. Hands to hips, other side. Breathe. And when you're ready, engaging that supporting leg, engage, zip up. Remember, you could bring it here, you could bring it here. You can find your drishti on the ground or out in front of you. And then it's an exhale. Inhale up. Last one. We're going to float, stepping that foot back. Take it across. Other way so that the arm you're bending towards, the same direction that your back foot is going. Yes. Okay, taking a deep breath in. Let's bring it back to center. Bring your knee up and set it back down. Now we're going to let our body sway. And I want you to feel into your spine, your shoulders, your head and neck. And it could be a movement, a circular motion. Movement just for the pure sake of moving, the joy of movement, breathing, listening to your body. And it's time for our final relaxation. So finding your way onto the back body. Remembering that you can always do this final relaxation seated if necessary. Feet can come out, hands could come down. Relax your jaw. Just reflect back on the class and notice if there was at any point where you just felt like you were in the flow. Maybe listening with your whole body, feeling the vibrations of the earth and the sky. Staying curious, interested in what you are experiencing. Staying rooted. Notice if you can feel maybe a little bit of floating sensation as you let your body connect with the sky. The clouds, the birds. find your mind wandering, just gently remind yourself to stay present to what arises, watching thoughts come and thoughts go. And when you're ready, you can roll over onto your side body, taking a couple of deep breaths. Hmm. And using your hands to press up and into seated. You could bring your hands together if you like. Give yourself thank you for bringing your body to this class today, this practice. Namaste.